Hello, everybody. It is Mike Young with aPlantBasedDiet.org, and we're here again with our consulting chef and mental health advocate, Carey Ralston. Hello, Carey.
Hello, Mike. Thank you for having me back. I'm so excited to actually welcome you into my kitchen this time.
Yeah. Yes, and I see view of food, view of you. We got multiple camera angles. We're trying something new today, and actually, your recipe is kind of new too, even though it's like an old favorite, because I'm like a big pasta and marinara sauce person. So this meal is going to really appeal to me because I think one of the things that we were talking about before we started going live here, going with our video, is that pasta has some drawbacks, but I feel like your recipe here is kind of understanding what those might be and kind of doing a little bit better in certain areas.
Absolutely. I'm going to share everything I know, all my tips and tricks with you guys. And I'll be honest, red sauce or marinara or gravy, depending on what kind of family you come from. I come from 2 Italian grandmas. So red sauce was a staple every week in our houses. And it took hours, most of the times actually 2 days to make. So this sauce is not only something that's near and dear to my heart and my family's heart, but it is grandma approved, it is plant powered, and there's no oil, there's no added anything that is gonna feel you weighed down and heavy. And you literally, we should time it today. It comes together in under 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's get to it then.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. So due to how fancy we are getting today, let's switch camera angles here. And I just want to run you through a few of the ingredients of what I have here. So what it's going to start with, I use a stewed tomato. Now, what I have right now, you're going to see I have a few different brands because we are amidst a little bit of the COVID-19. So these are just things that I keep in my pantry, and in the plant-powered hallway, I teach. These are staples you should always have. So stewed tomatoes. If you don't have stewed tomatoes, you can use a charred tomato or just a tomato and basil and garlic. Why I choose stewed is they're already reduced down and have that great all-day cooked flavor. So simply what we're gonna do with the stewed tomatoes, and I'm gonna put my little tripod down, just gonna add this into my food processor. Okay, and then my next ingredient, let me get a better angle for you guys. There we go. Good angle, Mike?
Oh yeah, that's good, very good.
Next ingredient, I'm gonna use a tomato paste. Once again, this is gonna add that all day cooked flavor that would literally take my grandma's days to make, and we're gonna achieve it in under 5 minutes. And I should have you keep time, Mike. Keep time for us.
Okay, all right, on time. We're into about a minute right now, so we're doing good.
So we're gonna add a whole can of the tomato paste. And tomato paste is it's just one of those delicious foods that adds all day cooked flavor to any meal you put it in. The next thing we are gonna add is a whole can of organic low sodium. I will get a little preachy here with try to buy the organic low sodium ones because it doesn't have any of those chemicals that some of the other cans of beans do, because I want to use the liquid in here, because the liquid, the aquafaba from our beans is almost going to act like our olive oil. Okay, so I need that aquafaba.
Those are garbanzo beans?
Yep, those are garbanzo beans. I've also made this with lentils. For ease, the garbanzo beans are ready to go and are easy, and we'll keep this recipe fast.
Okay, I have a question. Should you look out for sodium on all these canned items or just the garbanzo beans?
I do my best when buying any beans in a can to do organic low sodium.
Okay.
Now, I know right now the grocery stores are a little tight on a lot of things. So here's my best advice. Do your best.
Okay.
Just do your best.
Yep.
So I just added 1/3 of a cup of nutritional yeast. If you've never tried this, this is like the Parmesan cheese, the plant, plant-based and vegan. It is a great substitute. I buy it in bulk, and I use this anywhere kind of you'd use Parmesan cheese. It's a great flavor. So then I'm gonna add a tablespoon of basil. And here's my secret for measuring herbs. Normally, I'll measure it out, but this is what I always do, so I don't always have to have tablespoons. Put it in the palm of my hand.
Okay.
So then, there we go. Then you can get an idea. That's a tablespoon. So then when I want to do a tablespoon of oregano, I already have the idea that it's going to be about, and this is Mexican oregano, so this is a little stronger. So I'm going to cut back just a little bit and put it in there. Whenever you're using dried herbs, always try to crush them up just like I did. It will open up their oils for you.
Okay, good point.
Then we're going to do a little bit of onion powder. And I should mention, Mike, my team and I created a plant-powered cookbook, and this recipe's in there, and I am going to provide it for free to all of you and your viewers. I'll just give you a link.
Yeah, we'll put that on the video. We'll make sure it's there.
Yeah, we'll do that. So here is, normally the recipe calls for sea salt and garlic powder. I am out of garlic powder. So what am I going to use? I'm just going to use some garlic salt.
Okay.
It's in the recipe. So if you have to make substitutions sometimes. Then I'm going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, which I have always found annoying when they say a 1/4 teaspoon, because most people have like a grinder. I have found with mine, it's 20 cracks of black peppers at a 1/4 teaspoon.
All right.
Another easy way you can do that is just measure it, crack it out on your counter, your cutting board, put it in your in a 1/4 teaspoon just so you can get an idea. And then we like it spicy in my house, so that's about a 1/4 teaspoon of chili flakes.
Sounds good.
Folks, that is it. And the only thing we have to do is the real hard work. Put the lid on, and I say pulse. So we're going to pulse this about 20 times. That was 10. 20.
All right.
The lid off, and then we have to do the hard work again, which is we have to taste. We just got to make sure that everything's perfect. And here's look at this. Does this not look like delicious, chunky?
Yes. Are you done now already?
Yeah. So where are we at?
That's it. 5 minutes. That's what I've got.
It's so, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. And I'm going to show you how to serve it. So normally you have a few options here. You can serve this. I mean, honestly, you could eat this as a soup, thin it out a little bit. It would be a delicious soup. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you this beautiful bowl. I'm going to serve this over a pasta that I have recently found it's called palmini. And all it is hearts of palm.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, are we getting a little echoey?
We are. I'll get it. I got it. No problem. There we go. We're good.
Perfect.
Sorry about that. I must have hit the wrong thing.
So this is palmini. Once again, it's made of hearts of palm. You can see in here when you read the ingredients, you can see it's 359. It has 20 calories in it. There's a serving size of 3. So you can eat this literally whole can of pasta, 60 calories. It's got 6 grams of fiber, because once again, it's 2 grams per serving. And all I did is just put it in my strainer, which I'll show you over here. And I put some warm water on it. And if you live in Southwest Florida like we do, your water is always warm. So it doesn't take long.
Yeah.
You can also saute it if you want. My fear in sauteing it is much like zoodles. I don't want it to get too soft. Okay. So if you and your family love hot pasta, just heat up this pasta sauce. You can put it in a microwave safe dish or in a pan. You'll be good to go. If you don't want to use the palmini, this is my favorite brand of pasta right here. This is a brown rice pasta by Pasta Joy. And it is a delicious brand. It's made from just organic brown rice, and I love it. But for today, we're going to use the palmini. And check out the see that?
It looks pretty authentic.
Yeah, and I'm going to put the whole bowl. We're just going to make a big bowl of pasta.
And that's just a whole plant, isn't it? That's what that is?
That's all it is. It is literally a heart of palm, which is from the artichoke.
Nice.
So if you're really good with artichokes, you could probably make this on your own. I know artichokes can be a little time consuming, but it is just the heart of palm. So right here, it has a texture. I think it has a better bite than like a zoodle, but you guys let me know what you think. And then
some of those are pretty light. The zoodles are very, very much lighter in feel when you're eating it than a pasta. And
I have a trick for that too, to get them more toothsome, but maybe we'll do that next time.
Okay.
So here's the sauce once again. Now this sauce, or you could add some liquid and make a delicious soup. You can pour this over your favorite pasta or lasagna. I mean, do you see this? It just comes right out. Oh. And this is loaded with plant-powered fiber. I mean, there's no guilt in eating this whole meal. It is so, so good for you.
Yeah, well, one of the things you mentioned earlier about this type of pasta is the calorie count, because I eat a lot of pasta, and that's what I've noticed is that you can make the sauce very nutritious. Like you said, cut down on the sodium where you can. Don't add any oils. That not adding any oils really lightens up the sauce calorie-wise. But then you've got the pasta, and the pasta is still very, very calorie heavy. But this option that you're giving us is definitely calorie light.
Yes. And literally this whole meal, let me get better light here. I'm trying to throw on some fresh parsley. I just keep parsley right here.
Looks good. Very nice.
Yep. You could top this with basil. You could top this with really any herb. You could even, if you wanted to toss a little noodles with a little bit of some of the aquafaba and just some dried Italian seasoning. But I mean, look at this.
It looks wonderful. It looks almost like a bolognese, but it's not. It's more of a. It's not any kind of faux meat. It's like a faux cheese because of the nutritional yeast, right?
Exactly. And bolognese, I love those too, and I have a recipe for those. But this, when it comes to quick, delicious, I mean, you saw the sauce. It was under 5 minutes to make. Yeah. And that was with me talking.
Yes. And I wasn't down to the second. We may have been under 5 minutes for sure. Yeah. I saw 5 minutes on my watch. That's all.
So the sauce is so versatile. Once you make it, I truly believe you will actually, every cooking class we have ever taught, we always teach this sauce. It is a hit everywhere. It is perfect in so many applications, and it's fast, delicious, and easy. And once again, if you want to serve it over regular pasta, go for it. You want to turn it into a soup, go for it. You want to just eat the sauce? No one's going to tell you can't.
Yeah, that's wonderful. All right.
That is it. That is Grandma's marinara sauce. Ooh, I'll just keep this camera here, and then I'll pop back on the regular camera.
Yeah. So we can see it all. Okay. So let me ask you a question about this nutritional yeast, because I know there's actually a recipe on our aPlantBasedDiet.org website where we've got it highlighted that's for mac and cheese, because everybody loves mac and cheese, and that's what it's made with, because we've from what I've seen from a nutritional standpoint, that is the way to go. Nutritional yeast, usually you put like a nut heavy cheese or something, and it's very high in calories, very high in fat, and I think that's solved with this nutritional yeast.
I think so too. And actually the favorite mac and cheese sauce that I get the most requests for at the clubhouse and in cooking classes, I actually make it with cauliflower, carrots, miso, and nutritional yeast. I have a full recipe for that in the Plant Powered Hallway. Yeah. Because you're right, the ones, if you buy a prepackaged cheese, which is okay on sometimes.
Yeah.
They're so high in calories and oil, and they have no vegetables in them. So if you can make a delicious cheese sauce that is packed, I always say, if you're a picky eater, you have a picky eater child that's a picky eater, put the veggies in the sauce, and you'll never know if it looks like mac and cheese, tastes like mac and cheese, or if it looks like Grandma's marinara, tastes like Grandma's marinara, they will eat this. And if you wanted to even get more veggies into this dish, steam some broccoli. But this is literally a no-cook, under 5 minute dish, but you could totally bump this up in so many different ways.
Yeah, perfect. And what about like somebody else talking about being in a pinch? We're always in a pinch. Well, I think time-wise, maybe not so much right now. We're kind of in a relaxing state. We can kind of rethink things a little bit. But once the world gets going again, and I get a haircut, which I really badly
notice my hair's up pinned, not only for food safety, but because it's out of control.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'm getting to that point, I think, where I need to do that too. But if someone's in a pinch and they can just pick up a regular, their jarred sauce, let's say that, I mean, you can always find jarred sauces. Sometimes I find them at Trader Joe's has one without sodium, which is interesting if you're not used to not eating any sodium. Whole Foods has one without oil. Actually, they have two of them, I think, without oil. An Engine 2 and their 365 brand. But you can maybe throw this nutritional yeast in and make it like cheesy just by sprinkling that in. Can you do that?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. And I would say also definitely add either some lentils or some chickpeas. I find chickpeas the meatier of the beans.
Oh, okay. That's right. So it is a bolognese. That's right. Okay, I'm wondering why. Okay, so the chickpeas are, but it's not like a Beyond Beef or Impossible Burger, right? Because those are not nutritious. I mean, they're a
Those are cheat meals.
What's that?
I call those like almost like my cheat meals. Like if I'm gonna
Okay.
have like a Beyond Burger, or I mean I love them. They taste delicious, but it's not something too. I would never recommend to anybody to eat burgers every day. I wouldn't tell
Right.
anybody to eat Beyond Meat every
A
day.
treat. Yeah, a treat is good, right? But no, don't make it a staple of your diet. But this, you could make a staple of your diet and you're all good.
Yes, and I'm telling you, whether you have somebody who meat eaters, non-meat, love this sauce because it is so satisfying. It's so meaty, and it won't leave you feeling like you need to take a nap after you eat it. You'll actually feel like lighter and satisfied, not like. But it's still comfort food. But you just won't have, your pants will still fit very beautifully after eating this meal.
All right.
And once again, it's easy. Like you cannot get this flavor in a red sauce any faster than under 5 minutes with this kind of flavor.
Yeah, I'm hungry just looking at that. That looks.
I know. I'm kind of, as soon as our interview is done here, I am going to jump on in, and I will take some pictures just so everybody can see the done product, and I'll make sure to get you guys all the free cookbook because it's right in there and it's so easy. And I look forward to seeing the pictures and hearing what you guys think about it.
Yeah, actually comment below in this video if you're watching it, if you've made this, what it looks like. And actually, Carey, maybe we can get some pictures. I'll throw some in the comments maybe, or you can, once I get this thing posted online. So if you're watching it now, you're already watching it, but we're just talking about it amongst ourselves. This will be great because you guys want to see it, all these different aspects of this meal. Because I'll tell you, pasta and sauce is a staple of my diet. So that's why I'm so into this. That's why I'm looking at all these particulars, because I can't overdo it. When something's a staple of your diet, you have to try to do it in the right way, right? Because anything where you go off on a tangent, too much fat, too much salt, whatever, then that's just going to stick with you, and we don't want that.
Yeah, and you always want to have, they say the average American family has about the same 7 to 10 meals that they rotate like every week. And pasta and sauce is one of them. That is like one of the top meals. And then for some reason, like pasta and red sauce and mac and cheese are two of the top ones. So when you make this, you can have a satisfying portion. You can feel comforted, and yet you'll have energy afterwards. And I promise you, you will love the flavor. I think we've tested the sauce with over 1,000 people easily, and it's a hit every time.
Okay. All right, Carey. So where can people find your recipes? It's some delicious food, more delicious food.
Yeah, so as mentioned earlier, I'm going to offer you guys that free cookbook that my team and I put together. So we'll make sure to post that in the comments. And then everything's at plantpoweredhallway.com. We have over 150 recipes, coaching, cooking videos, everything. I mean, showing videos that are just, that you can make this so easy. That
looks great. I cannot wait. Well, I can't get any of it because we're several states away right now.
But you can make it.
I can make it as long as I can find the ingredients. And actually, those ingredients are so simple. I would hope that they're in stock at stores near you. So thank you so much for showing us how easy and simple and nutritious and delicious plant-based food can be, and cannot wait for the next video.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, my friends. And remember, I'm here for you always in the hallway.
Bye.
See you later.